We all know that now. And
Okay,
like
Boss
refreshments
Babes
like
Training 1.
What do you call that?
Vending
Vending
machine.
machine, Coke machine, things like that. That is down there. I mean, vending machine. We do have Cokes and water and stuff like that that are 50 cents back in the refrigerator. All that's good. Coffee and all that. So, are we at Boss Babes?
We are.
Okay. Awesome. Great.
Okay, so we just did our skit of our Girls Night Out, and so what we're gonna do right now is Melissa. Actually, if we want to scoot that a little bit, there we go. You guys keep shouting out some words that you saw that just describe what you saw during the skit. Like we heard hot mess.
I think.
What did you say over here? Somebody had another word over here.
Praise.
Praise. Okay. And you can just list them. They don't have to be like, you can go all over however you want to list it.
Growth potential.
Growth potential. That's such a nice way. That was a very positive way to phrase that. Okay, what else did you guys? We
Friendly.
Scattered.
Friendly.
Okay, uncertainty.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Excitement.
Unprepared.
Excitement.
Unprepared. Oh wow.
Excuses.
Excuses.
Oh. Okay. How many do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, we need like 12 more words. So
Orderly.
Orderly. So yeah, we did have one that was orderly.
And prepared.
And prepared. Yeah, that's true. And prepared.
Prepared.
Confident.
Okay, she was confident.
Positive.
Okay.
Like
Positive.
people being positive
Encouraging.
about their, yeah.
Okay.
Encouraging. There you go.
Afraid. Like
Family oriented stuff.
I know.
What bad stuff did y'all see?
Don't bring in the negative.
This is your chance to bring in the negative.
It was kind of hard to tell if your encouragement was sincere.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Okay. Sarcasm, maybe?
Yeah. Or cockiness.
Maybe something had a little sarcasm.
Maybe somebody had an attitude.
Oh, we did have attitude. We had attitude.
Yes, celebrating their accomplishment too.
Which is what?
Not celebrating that.
Oh,
They not celebrating, not wear your sash.
Yeah. You didn't want your ribbon. Ribbon excited for that ribbon.
Oh, yeah, that's so okay. All right, y'all think that pretty much sums up what y'all saw?
What about dress attire?
Cowboy hat. Yeah, cowboy hat. Dress attire appropriate.
I want
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, so now on the right side of our poster, we're going to write Boss Babe.
Oh,
Okay. So on this side, what I want you guys to do is just share words that come to mind when you hear the word Boss Babe.
Money.
Ooh, money.
Yeah.
Okay.
In charge.
Wait. What did you say?
Confident.
Confident. In charge. Okay.
Organized.
Okay.
Proud.
Proud. Organized. Proud.
Encouraging.
Okay. Encouraging.
Unstoppable.
Ooh. I like that one too. Yeah, that's right. It's not the best word. What was y'all's first, and this is, we don't necessarily have to write these down, what was y'all's first like thought or impression when you first heard or saw you were doing something called Boss Babes? Powerful. Ooh, powerful. Okay.
Cute.
Cute.
She's that.
I want to know what that means.
Oh, we got to do that sometime.
Yeah.
Encouraging.
Anything else? What comes to your mind with Boss Babe?
Interesting.
Okay. Kind of wondering what we were up to.
Well, just if you look at a woman who's like if I was an Mary Kay consultant, I see these women walking around in navy blue suits with sparkling pins. I'm like, she must be interesting. Why is she wearing all those sparkly pins?
Maybe you're
She's interesting. Intriguing. That's the word I'm looking
Well, I think interesting, but intriguing is even.
I would say intelligent.
in charge. Okay. Do you have one more, Lauren?
My
Goal
first,
gathered.
my first thought was in control, and then I thought maybe that's just something that is a negative about me that I'm projecting.
What's another way, like,
Well, in charge. I mean, a lot of other things kind of said what a better way of saying what I thought at first. I'm like, I'm not in control of everything. I'm not.
Goal getter.
Yeah,
goal
goal getter,
getting.
yeah.
Goal
Goal
getting.
getter.
Go getter.
A goal.
Goal.
Goal. Like, wait, a goal.
Oh, that's
A
like
goal.
gold.
No,
Well,
G-O-A-L.
when you do get
She could be a gold digger.
Bigger.
She could be a gold digger. Diamond. Wouldn't that-
Ambition.
Ooh, I like the
Ambition.
ambition. Yeah, I like the ambition.
The song that I was playing earlier would be perfect for Boss Babes. The one they played at seminar, she's a go-getter. Because it says, you see that girl walking with diamonds, she's going and getting, she's not letting anyone stop her. Be a perfect theme song for this.
Okay, so we're gonna stop there, and we do have Boss Babe materials for you guys. Packets back there, and I do need somebody to be in charge of. We ran things off. If you, they're $10 for your Boss Babe packet, and then you're also receiving a marketing binder as well, like a marketing packet, or I don't know what you want to call it, a spiral bound marketing in color that you're going to be using for your career chat. So that plus your Boss Babe workbook, there's $10 together. And I was on, I don't remember who was on earlier. We're not making money. That was just what my cost was at Office Depot. And the whole point was to save you time. You're welcome. Save you time from having to get it over there to Office Depot and have to go through that. So I only have about 13 steps left. So what we're gonna do is take about just like 3 minutes. And if you guys have $10 cash, great. If you want to write a check,
Can we propay you?
make it out to me. You can propay me.
Okay, can I?
Yes, you may totally propay me. That works. And that money just goes back into my reorder account so I can place my order.
So everything's good.
Yeah, so go ahead and pass them out, and then if you guys will just write your name on the envelope, and then we'll just collect through the night, and then we're just not going to let you out the door until you pay. Yeah, we are good. Yeah, give Melissa a round of
Okay, you
applause.
ready?
You did it first. So that's good.
Okay,
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yes, MK Shelley E at Gmail.
E-H-L-E-R.
And it's SHELLY. And then an E.
MK Shelley.
At Gmail. Yep. Yes.
Yes.
Gmail.
Right.
All right, if you already have your materials because you booked in, you guys can go ahead and open up, if you haven't already, just to the schedule. And I'm gonna explain kind of how Boss Babe is gonna work,
Okay.
and then we'll pick up with our words here, okay?
Oh, okay, we're gonna do that too. Yes. People still need to sign in, just as.
Yes, okay. We're good, we kind of put this into the schedule.
Yes. So,
And they do give both.
Do they need to be separate?
yes, yes, you have $10.
Let me think about that.
No, you have to.
We can do it together. If you need to write it down, and we'll do that.
If you need to be more passionate, that's all together.
Like cash.
Or I can just resend it.
Okay.
I'm just propane.
You Kroger? Okay. And then Roger may want to put that in there.
At least I remember.
Who else?
I do.
Okay.
No, but.
10 for both.
Yeah, and then put it in there. Okay, and so you guys notice, I'm gonna kind of talk while you guys are getting your materials. Your workbook is ran on just one side of the page. I did not run them front to back on purpose. That way you can put all your notes inside the workbook, okay? So like for the next 9 weeks, you don't even need to bring another notebook. Just bring your Boss Babe workbook, and you're gonna make notes, you know, on the back pages of those pages. You're gonna be writing on some of those pages too. All right, so that's what that's intended for. Okay, so on the very first sheet, we'll go ahead and open it up.
Can you borrow one and replace it?
Let's see if we have enough. Okay. Or just look on me with your neighbor.
Ma'am, what's your name on there? Ma'am?
All right, so if you'll open up to the first page, you got the schedule. All right, see our schedule? We are 9 weeks full of boss days. Woohoo! If you notice on the topics, you can kind of see a broad and very broad topics. Tonight, we're going to be talking about finding your inner boss babe.
What?
Y'all are not listening to me, are you? All right, next week, we're going to be talking about boss babe image. Boss babe difference maker, work ethic, communication, resourcefulness and resolve, boldness, leadership, and some business smarts. Woo, what do y'all think of that? All right, but let's look down here, pay close attention to the bottom here. All right, so there's 9 weeks of boss babe classes, so to speak. And just know, you guys, we are not going to be up here for 9 weeks talking and training. That's not what this is. We are going to be facilitating a learning environment, and we will be calling upon you guys to help contribute and to be helping to train. You guys in here are a wealth of knowledge, okay? A lot of y'all have been in here, been in here for over a year. Some of you may have to go kind of do a little homework and prepare before you train, okay? But we're going to be calling upon you guys. So we're going to be learning together for 9 weeks. Okay, does that make sense? All right. Which that's going to call upon all of us to be on our A game. We're not going to be just sliding in here about the seat of our pants each week. Okay. We definitely need to invest more in our weekly meetings. We want to make sure we're getting the most out of it. All right. At our January Jumpstart this past Saturday, our guest speaker did a really great job of talking about your business and comparing it to just like you went to college, if you got a degree or several degrees, you went to college, you invested money, you invested 4 years of your life, right? Paying somebody to get a degree in order to then finally go make money. So why would we come into Mary Kay, pay $100, and think all of a sudden we should be making this huge money? Okay, and so for some of us, it's going to be time to get nitty gritty and to really learn, invest the time, give Mary Kay the time and the resources that it's worth in order to make the money that we truly want to make. Does that make sense? Okay, so 9 weeks. At the bottom here, you'll notice when you attend 7 out of 9. Now we are going to record them. We are going to be putting them on Google Hangout. The main purpose of that is for our out-of-towners. Okay, that's the purpose, so that our out-of-town people can be included in our Boss Babe training and what we're doing. However, if you are deathly ill, or then you can catch the Google Hangout. You only get credit though if you are in town, like you live here, you all live here. You need to be at 7 out of the 9. Okay, we will allow you to get sick 2 weeks out of the 9, or have a crisis. Okay, so you do need to be here 7 out of the 9 weeks. Okay, that's requirement number 1. The second requirement is you are going to commit and you're going to complete a minimum of 15 phases in January, and then you will do another 15 phases in February. Okay, you guys, that's minimum. Okay, really our eyes and goals should be set way above 15. In fact, this is the only place you're going to hear us talk about 15. Okay, it's just on the minimum on this page. That's to get by and to earn your Boss Babe bracelet of your choice. All right, but you're going to be shooting, you're going to be doing 20, 30, 40 faces in January, and then you're going to do that again in February. And then we do complete it in March, and I'm sure you'll just be on a roll, like you'll just be doing faces. We won't even, I mean, it's just going to be flowing. So 15 faces each month, and then out of those 15 free facial, 5 shares. Okay, 5 shares need to be if they're over a video, or they can be one-on-one with you, or they can be one-on-one with your director. Just the 5 that you count, though, your director must have their name and number to follow up. You can do the whole thing on your own, which you've got the tool in your hand with our marketing, which is amazing. And we will talk about that and train and discuss that. But you're welcome to do on your own. But whatever you do on your own, just make sure you get that name and number to your director so she can follow up. Okay? Oh, that's a whole, that would be too long training. That's not going on my mouth. Okay, so 5 career chats in January and 5 in February, minimally. Okay, shoot, if I'm doing 15 bases, I'm going to share with all 15. But okay, so that's your requirements, and then 7 out of 9, and you get to choose which bracelet. So I'm curious, which bracelet do you like?
Two.
Raise your hand if you like number 1.
Which one fits on my wrist?
Oh, I totally love number 1.
Number one is cute.
I know. Who likes number 2? Wow. I'm
Love
so
number
glad
2.
we didn't choose. I would have been wrong, and y'all would have been like rolling your eyes.
We've been seeing the one on Facebook. This is Mary Kay. It's the one that's cute.
Ah, okay, that's awesome. Okay. All right, so it's your choice. In fact, you can circle it if you want to, and that's what you're working towards. That's true, yeah, the infinity part. So you do not want to be the only person not receiving your Boss Babe bracelet. So yes, you're in competition with yourself to improve. But you know, again, you can be left behind or left out, right? All right, the last thing I do want to say is our last training is March 6th, right before spring break hits. And then do know, if you want to mark it on your calendar, like we will skip that Tuesday of spring break, because that's also the week of career conference. And then when we come back the following Tuesday, I don't even know what that date is, it's like the 20-something, that will be a guest night that we're going to have a fun where we invite all the people back or people here that helped you with your bases for your Boss Babe bracelet. And we will present bracelets that night on the 20th. It is the 20th. Okay, I was thinking the 23rd. So on the 20th. So there is your January, February, and March planned out for you. All right, so any questions about that? Okay. All righty. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip over to, well, actually, turn your notebook over. Just turn your notebook over. Just flip it over. No questions about any of the schedule? Okay. All right, so I want you to listen. Okay, in fact, if you want to close your eyes and listen to me, then you can listen and look at me. All right, what is a Boss Babe? This is according to the Urban Dictionary. All right, we got our words up here. In fact, we probably have Melissa, why don't you read our words again? Just read them out loud real fast. The Boss Babe ones. Yeah, the Boss Babe words.
Money, confident, in charge, organized, proud, encouraging, unstoppable, powerful, fascinating, intriguing, intelligent,
Put together,
goal getter, and
ambitious. All right, so according to the Urban Dictionary, a woman who pursues her passion as a career with a thirst for continuous growth and desire to serve others. A female entrepreneur who courageously seeks happiness above all else while making the world a better place. A woman with big ambition and a success mindset who pursues happiness and serves others by turning her passion into a paycheck. Living as a Boss Babe goes deeper than just having a career or going to work every day. Boss Babes allow their dreams to set their souls on fire, and they use this to fuel their daily living. Okay, so before we go any further, grab your pen, and inside your notebook here, I want you to say, what do you like best about this definition? Don't think too much. What's the first thing? In fact, if you want to go back and reread it a little bit to yourself, just right here in your notebook, flip over to the page, 2 pages. You'll pass goals, and then we're on week 1 here. You'll see the definition. I'm going to read it again. But for those of you who have your workbook, you're welcome to underline, highlight, but then answer, what do you like most about this definition? A woman who pursues her passion as a career with a thirst for continuous growth and desire to serve others. A female entrepreneur who courageously seeks happiness above all else while making the world a better place. A woman with big ambition and a success mindset who pursues happiness and serves others by turning her passion into a paycheck. Living as a Boss Babe goes deeper than just having a career or going to work every day. Boss Babes allow their dreams to set their souls on fire, and they use this to fuel their daily living. Okay, so did y'all answer that first question? Like, so don't overthink it, just jot it down. What do you like best about it? All right, and then go ahead and answer the next question. How do you describe a Mary Kay boss babe? And jot the first thing that comes to mind. What did you like best about the definition? And how would you describe a Mary Kay boss babe? And we kind of probably helped you out a little bit already, just even because we came up with our words. All right, so this is what I would love, is for us to have just a little bit of a discussion here, just from the words that we pulled off. I mean, because we got some good words, but I have to say the definition here, I don't know about y'all, but when I read that, I was just like, yes! I mean, that is like on it. And even just reading it, like, gets you like fueled up. I know. Oh, we could totally change that. I am a woman with big ambition and a success mindset.
My phone.
Yeah. That is awesome. Okay, so let's just have just a round discussion, and I want to try to get it on our recording. So we just want you guys to pop up. What did you like best about the definition, besides it being a great affirmation? Yeah. So what are some things y'all liked about the definition?
Okay.
Yeah.
Making the world a better place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and if something like that stuck out, I mean, I'm sure you wrote it down here, but highlight it or underline it. Yeah, that's a key word that's big then for you, Betty. Making the world a better place.
Passions as a career.
Yeah.
Passion as a career.
And patient.
Yeah. So your passion, okay, is your paycheck as well. Yeah. Okay, awesome.
I think it seeks happiness above all else and service to others.
Yeah. And you guys, that actually kind of stood out to me, the serving others. I noticed that we didn't even list that when we thought of just the words. Are y'all cold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freeze.
That's different. Yeah, like we were hot. But yeah, just the continuous growth, the serving others.
Yeah, the thirst for
Yeah, we didn't come up with those with our words. That was kind of, like that. But yeah, that is big. Okay.
The words that stuck out to me, the best parts that I like, when I underlined them as you were reading it. Then when I thought back about what I love the best about it, to me, it's the correlation of those words to scripture. And so it reaffirms me that is the path I'm going to be following.
So what scripture did you?
I'm going to have to sit down and find the scripture, but the thirst and the serving others. For some reason, I'm thinking the courageous that receives happiness is somewhere in there. And of course, world a better place, souls on fire. Those were the ones that stood out to me. But it just, I don't have the exact scripture.
Yeah.
But my brain is telling me to do
Those were all scripture references.
And there are some things that correlate there. And that with what the last 2 weeks at church and Bible study is like the resolutions, make sure that it's scripture, biblical based, to follow that path. So this just refers to the right path.
That's good. That's real good. Yeah.
I have another thought.
Yeah.
From Saturday.
Yeah.
The reason that you chose fight was from the quote from Julia Monday, right?
Yeah.
That I read for us, and she specifically talks about when you stop chasing your dreams, it kills your soul.
Yeah.
And so I also wrote that their dreams set their soul on fire to fuel their daily living. I think that kind of speaks to scripture too. Just like your daily living, your daily choices.
Yeah. That can be like new stuff, you guys. Like, we're at some full circle stuff coming back around. Woo! Okay, that's awesome. Good stuff. Any other comments? Would you like to?
Well, mine's more of a visual, like just listening to that. Like I can just picture this woman just like this. She's not that she's like angry, but she has like a confidence fire, and like everywhere she walks, it's just like a trail of fire just behind her, like showing people that like she's got it going on. She's not afraid to step up and be who she wants to be, do what she wants to do.
Yeah.
She's not gonna let anything stand in her way because she's just gonna move like this, and it's gonna move out of her way.
Or she's gonna go right through those obstacles. We're all gonna have to go set the obstacles on fire. That's awesome. Okay, so what were some words that were jotted down to describe a Mary Kay boss babe?
Helping to make women feel beautiful and better their lives.
And that's how you're making a difference in the world.
Giving and teaching a loving person who wants to help others.
Okay.
Determined, inspiring, and leading herself well.
Yeah. So I heard a lot of helping others. That's how we're translating that into our Mary Kay. Making others feel good, serving others, but then also leading ourselves well. Because when we're a hot mess, we really help others.
Oh no. Dear, I better change that.
Well,
Betty.
Oh, no.
when we're a hot mess, whether it's physically, emotionally, or whatever, where's all the focus? Right. So can we make a difference in the world?
That was fine.
No, Betty. But when we're focused on ourselves, you can't be others focused. And so, you're either focused on others or yourself. There's no in between. So, yeah. So I like that, the emotional, leading yourself well. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I was told, how can your customers expect you to take care of them if you can't take care of yourself?
Oh.
Say that again.
Yeah, say that one more time.
How can your customers expect you to take care of them if you can't take care of yourself?
Yes.
Oh, that's true, yeah. I've always heard it as, take care of your customers and they'll take care of you. Others focus, right? But yeah, that's so true. And it's just like you guys have probably heard, even as, just as a mom, as a woman, if you don't you do need to take care of yourself, but the focus doesn't need to be there. So again, I think that leading yourself well so that you're able to not be worried about this, but be able to be worried about those around you. Yeah.
I think like what you just said, something I wrote down, and it was part of like giving back, because where we're focused on others, we're like, oh my God, I hate my 9-to-5 job. Oh my gosh, I hate getting up at 6 o'clock every day.
What is that all about?
Right, it's all about me. But then I realized that my customers are saying that too. So when we offer them the product and they're like, oh my gosh, even though I'm going 9 to 7 every day, I have that 30 minutes of putting on that product on my face and it just relaxes me. And then that's when you say, oh my gosh, and then you offer them the opportunity and then they're able to then say, you know what, I'm able to just focus on me. I'm able to take some time to just say, I'm not opening my business today because I'm going to spend time with my daughter, or you're just giving them back that peace of mind that it's okay to be them.
I was visualizing, I was just thinking my customer I dropped off on the way to meeting tonight. She was actually home. I was leaving it on her front porch and her dog started barking. So she came to the door and was like, wait a minute, she'd been at work all day long. And I just totally serviced her because she didn't have to go to the mall. She didn't have to go somewhere to pick up her products. She was in her sweats, came to the door, so she'd been working all day home. And I totally packaged it up. I put a picture on our Facebook with a big bow on it. So it was like a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that not? I mean, we get to serve our customers just by making them. She was in her sweatpants, and who knows, she had a hard day at work, or I don't know what her day was like. So that's fun. And she was like smiling ear to ear. So that's cool. It makes you feel good. Okay, awesome. Anything else? Any other last minute words or
Professional.
professional? Why'd you think that word on?
Because of Jumpstart January thing and what Louis
was saying, about being a Mary Kay consultant and looking the part, and just like the list that we did when we first got here, the points that we did.
Yeah.
Are you okay? But just as Mary Kay consultants, we need to be professional about our business, and that means being able to take good notes, even when we're going through the struggles, especially, so that way we can learn from this, so that way we can get to our success.
Right.
And being professional, I think, really stood out to me with being a boss babe.
Yeah, and I hope you guys, I'm glad you were able to carry that whole theme, because that's what we're wanting to do, you guys. I think, and part of it, we had gotten really relaxed and just, I think we were just very comfortable where we were. And so we are wanting to up our game and be even over the top professional. Because the more we take care of ourselves and up our image and up from the inside out, you guys, that's going to build our confidence. And the more our confidence is built, what does that allow us to do? I mean, it allows us to attract other people that are just as confident, if not, or more. And so we're up in our game so that the people we're attracting can definitely be higher. I mean, we want them all. But just, it's time. And for us to grow to the goals that we want, we need to step up and be more professional. Define what Boss Babe is to us so that we know exactly what we're growing and stepping into. Okay, because if there's not something to measure by, then we'll just kind of float along. Mm-hmm. And we're not chasing things anymore or floating. We want an end in mind, and that's what we're going for. And that's what, and I do hope, one of my things is after 9 weeks, I hope you walk taller. I hope you have a little extra sharpness about you. Your confidence is like increased and boosted. And so you're walking in here with a different pep in your foot. And because of that confidence, you're out talking to everybody. And we are going to be talking about like communication. And so we want you guys to be professional in how you communicate and talk to people when you send out your business cards. When you do a Working Women's Appreciation Day, when you do a restaurant, when you're doing your skincare classes. So it's gonna roll over into all of those different aspects. And so I want you guys to have a clear picture of what Boss Babe is, or professional, or whatever the word is that you want to grab onto, so that you've got your ruler of measurement for that, so that you're pulling yourself up to the next level. Comment?
The thing that I had to look back on my notes because I couldn't remember his exact words, but at the very last thing he said to us, and he was trying to get it out fast, he said that beautiful women, for us to remember, beautiful women are intriguing, I think is the word he used. However, intelligent, classy women are irresistible.
Yeah.
So we need to have class.
Yeah.
And we need to be intelligent.
Exactly.
And then we'll be irresistible.
That is so awesome. Yes, ma'am. We're all excited. Oh, I got me very excited. I was already excited.
Yeah, the classy part.
Yeah.
I'm thinking classy.
Yeah. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to set some goals, and then I'm going to give you guys your homework for the week. Okay. All right, so flip back a page real quickly. And back a page. In your little workbook here. And you'll see January goals, and there's also going to be a place to put your January results. And just know when you flip back here through the pictures, because some of you guys are a little bit, like the details, will read ahead, which is fine. But there is another goal sheet in here for February. So when we get to February, we'll set new goals for that. All right, so we're going to fill this in, and you don't get to leave tonight until you have set some goals for January. Some of y'all are just going to write them in because you've already set them. All right, so my personal sales goal for January, blank, which means I will have blank in profit. So you might need to pull your phone out to have your calculator. You might, we've already going on their calculator. You might want a pencil. My girls may need to remind themselves what they put down for their goal, their tangible goal that they're paying their Mary Kay money for. Don't rethink. Stick with the same one. You can't change until that's paid for. So for example, and I don't have a calculator. Here, let me. You can work backwards, but I don't like to work backwards. I just play with my figures, I guess, because I'm a money person or like a numbers person. But like if my sales goal, like I was already contemplating, like it was 2,500, but I think I bumped it up to 3,000. So 3,000 times 0.40, that means my sales goal would be 3,000, which means I would have $1,200 profit. So just play with some numbers. So I would encourage you, first of all, a $500 week, $500, well, we're starting our weekly sales at 100, aren't we? So 100, 100, 100, 100, at least 400. I'm gonna bump you guys up. No one's allowed to set a sales goal under 500. Okay, so I know we got new people in here, and we've got more seasoned people, so we've got all aspects, okay? So 500 plus.
I get 6, I didn't get the bracelet.
No, to get
Oh,
your
that's
bracelet, 1,200 retail.
Oh.
Yeah, 1,200 retail. So up your game. Up your game. Think about maybe what you've sold in the past. So you have that bar, but then you've got to go higher. Okay. So if you've earned a bracelet, that means you've sold 1,200 or more. Why not go for a $2,000 month? $2,000 month times 0.40 would give you $800 profit. 2,000 a month divided by, we have just about 4 full weeks. That's about $500 weeks. 5 times 4 would be $2,000 in sales. Okay, or just sit here and play with numbers. You just take the number times 0.40. So you line up with an amount that stretches you in sales, but also you're going to be happy with for profit. That you would be very feeling good. Okay, and this is a boss babe goal, so we got this. So we need to up our game. All right, so once you have that one filled in, I want you to tell your neighbor what you put in there. Share with your neighbor what your sales goal is. And you tell her if it's not high enough.
So I'm already 12 years ago. So.
All right, I'm serious. If your neighbor, if she doesn't have a high enough sales goal, you need to tell her.
Yes.
I don't know.
She's 35,000. 35,000.
You don't get your bracelet, you're not getting your bracelet.
All right, would somebody like to share what y'all put for your sales goal? I'm just curious. I'd like to know. What you put, Melissa?
4,500.
Okay, 4,500.
Wow.
Because that will allow me to, it's gonna sound so awful. I don't actually pay all of my bills. My parents, I'm still part of my parents' phone plan. I added up everything that I could ever have to pay, and I'm like 1,800. Gotcha. So I was like, done. All right, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Good. Awesome. That's awesome. And I said 3,000. I think mine's actually about 3,500. Mine is higher. It's higher. And I was actually waiting to see what my paycheck was, and I haven't gone in to see the actual figure. And then whatever I'm lacking from where I know I need to be, whatever that sales is, then I'll double that. That's what I need to sell. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Who else wants to share their goal? Sales goal.
I put 2,000.
2,000?
That's what I put.
Okay. 2,000.
I'm gonna say 24.
24.
And I don't want to double, because I've been doing the bracelet things. I want to go above.
Perfect. Yeah.
A little above.
Okay.
I think you do it.
All right, so you got your sales goal. 40% of that is your profit. So you wrote that on the line. If you want to, over in the parentheses, you guys, over on the side, put in parentheses, whatever your sales goal is, divide it by 2, and that's your wholesale order. Sometimes I get more excited about that, like, woo, bracelet done. And then, just where that's taking you. So put your wholesale so you know. I know lots of things in Mary Kay, our reports come more in wholesale amounts, and so sometimes you see that more than, unless you're doing a region accomplishment, then you see your retail sales, like total. Okay, so whatever your total sales, let's just do 2,000 for example purposes. I will complete blank spaces and blank parties in January. What I like to do is 2,000 divided by about $100 per face average. When
Because the basic set is 96.
okay.
Right? Plus tax, so.
Well, and I've done my averages, like on selling, I've tracked it far enough back. And so you have some faces that don't buy anything. You have some faces that buy a $300 set. And so my per face average comes out to be about $100, if not a little bit more. So 2,000 divided by 100 would be a minimum of 20 faces. So take your number. If you know your per face average, you can divide it by that. If you don't, if you're not quite sure, or you don't, your skincare class skills, if you feel like they're not quite where they need to be, you would be on the safe side, I would divide your number maybe by $75 per face average. It's just going to create more activity, which is going to build your skill anyway. And then you'll see that number go up. All right, so y'all with me on faces? All right, so you can decide if you want to leave that in faces, or if you'd like to divide your faces number by 3 or 4. On all my parties, I've been saying hostess plus 3, so 4. And you can see what that would be in number of parties. Okay, so that's up to you. That's just for your purposes.
I did 5 parties, so that means there's at least 4 people at each party.
To get your 20 faces.
Right, to get my 20 faces.
Okay. So 4 people at a party. All right, so what was yours, Melissa? Since you had 4,500 for yourself, how many faces?
It's about 60 faces, but my brain works very differently. If I don't get parties, I
shut down.
Yes.
That's
so
me.
When I worked on the numbers, it's 12 parties, but 25 appointments total.
Okay.
So I have some wiggle room. So if I hit the 12 parties, but then still have some single or double facials, my brain still goes, oh, it's fine because you're still getting the faces. So I have to work my brain.
Okay, no, I'm so glad you brought that up. And that's why that is there, you guys. I'm the same way. When people start talking parties,
Yeah.
if you haven't held a party in a while, you're going, oh, you're still kind of in that icky mindset, like, okay, I'm to hold a party? Okay, it's not the right mindset, but I'm just saying that's kind of where your brain is. And so I get moving, I get into action by faces. And then once I get the faces, or I'll start turning into parties, and I pick up momentum, okay? However, I did start off the gate this year a little differently, like took it with parties. But you do have to be very cautious of what your brain translates.
Yeah, my brain
So
keeps
Melissa,
me
you're
negative.
saying that you think the other way, would you have to start a party?
I knew that I wanted 12 parties, and I know that that's a tangible goal. If I did 60 with 60 divided by 4, 15, so, and like 15 parties, like 4, so 12 parties a month is 3 parties a week. That I can totally wrap my head around. 4 parties, I'm kind of like, no. And I just know some of my current leads don't want to do parties.
Okay.
And so that gave me wiggle room to allow myself to be like,
face number
yeah.
scares you, but your party number doesn't scare you, and so you start
Yes.
with parties, and then you fill in with other days.
Mhm.
and when I don't book a party, it's not something.
Right, correct.
And I don't feel it.
And it still goes towards you.
Yes.
Well, lots of times you guys have face, and then somebody you don't have a real good relationship with, you go do the face, and then you book a party.
Right.
And so you don't want to like cut your arm off by not holding the facial and tracking faces. So yes, the name of the game is parties. Yes, we're all be clear here. Parties and faces, groups of people. But don't be in no action.
Right, that's what happens.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why those are both there, you guys. And so just know that, and Mary Kay, like if we as directors, like we said, the minimum was 15 faces. If you're like, ooh, I'm not tracking faces, I'm tracking parties. Well, you just translate that into parties and you stick with your thing. Okay, whatever your brain reads, that's what you stick with. Yes.
Just a quick tip, because I think it's going to jumpstart, but I got with Sean and he gave me the notes. They brought a different form of way to bring people. And so, you said, oh, someone doesn't want to host a party. He said, start offering it as the Mary Kay beauty experience. Would you like to hold a beauty experience? Because then people are kind of like, well, what's that? Because if you hear party, my brain is like, I like to host things. So people are like.
And we'll save that for like in training when we start doing actual like some meat and potatoes training. But I'm glad you brought that up, because yes, we do talk Mary Kay lingo in here, like parties and shows. I don't ever use the word party either. In fact, I was just noticing today, all my text messages, it was a girls get together. Girls get together. I never used the
Well,
word
and
party.
people
but-
are very privy to their Excel now, so when they hear party, they're
They shut
automatically thinking, we have to spend money. They're
Right.
gonna have to spend money.
All right, so good. Does everybody have their faces and their party goal in? All right, so how are you figuring out your career chat goal?
I do about one out of two people will be willing to listen.
Okay, ask them all.
So at least 5.
Yes, yes.
Ask
So
them all.
one out of
So
two
one out of two.
average
Yes.
will, and then one out of two of those will actually show up or watch a video or listen.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 1 out of 4. Yes, will actually hold. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, that's your number, and does everybody check their faces number and figure out your career chat? But I'm glad you brought that in, because we'll ask everybody. And of course, we can share a little bit at the senior party, but as far as the career chats, one-on-one or the video, you can ask them all, but they're not all they may all agree.
Right, yeah.
But the ones that actually follow through. Yeah. Okay, we got that goal. All right, I will attend blank, to the top Tuesday meetings in January. I will, just how many are you planning on being here for? Tuesday meetings?
All of them.
Okay, then write that in. You got 4. You got 4 here in January. 4 in January, 4 in, 4 in January, 4 in February, and 1 in March. All right, and then the last one is I will check in with my director blank times a week in January. Okay. So that was kind of eye-opening what he just said. Do y'all think your director wants to hear from you?
Yes, she must.
What if she's your
Sometimes
adopted
more than
director?
others.
What if she's your adopted director? She
You
doesn't
know,
have
this is
anything?
your director. Your director. Your director. Anyway. All right, so what's the point? That's
Not
not right. I'll tell you.
TDA. I need you.
We probably need to talk about that, because that's a very good point. Like, what is not an, like, Abner said 2 times a week. I'm like, I gotta be hearing from you more than 2 times a week.
Every day.
Or I'm
Yeah,
saying
I
you're
should
not,
have
you're not
said
gonna
that.
watch.
Like today,
Well, when you have a
Bring it
conversation,
in.
with one.
Bring it in.
So where's the line there? What's too much and then what's not enough? Mary, what were you?
What works for me, because I know I'm not gonna hear back from her all the time, is I'm just sending her my 6 most important things.
Okay.
And that way she can coach me on it.
Ah,
And then
okay.
she can catch me when I write the same thing 6 days in a row.
Girl, yeah.
And I know I'm doing it, so
Okay.
yeah. I mean, that just works for me right now with her like the noise.
And I'll speak for myself. I'll be honest. I would prefer like voice to voice. So like Boxer is like my best friend. I don't know about you. Texting, I probably already text too much while I drive. I'll be honest. And so I need to voice more. And I like to listen to y'all voices. Y'all just keep in mind when you text and stuff, there's so much that can get,
Misread.
oh my gosh, yeah. And I don't know about y'all, but y'all ever sit down and go, oh, I really need to text out a whole thought? Oh, I'm like, oh.
And then you do the voice to text and then it.
Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah. All right. So with that in mind, y'all realize you can box to your director all day long?
Really?
Well, you need to be working, but you can totally box to your director every day. Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can just, say, hey, I just box her and just say, hey, I just called somebody that really intimidated me or whatever. And
Yeah.
just leave that box because that was a win for you.
Yeah.
Okay? And you stepped
Win.
out of your comfort zone. And so that's a win for you. And so,
And even if you're feeling discouraged, if you're like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be making booking calls right now and I don't want to.
Mhm.
Director. I mean,
And as
it's
soon as you hit send, they're gonna call on your phone.
You better get up and make a call.
we're not busy at our own appointments.
Well, I know, I talk myself through the emotional cycle.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the 2 minutes, I'm like, okay, thanks, bye. And the director's like, I did.
Bingo. She totally did it, you guys. That is self-coaching
Yes.
and that is leading herself well.
Mhm.
And if you just need a voice to listen to you, Voxer and leave it. Y'all, I'm in my car all the time. I don't mind listening to stuff. You're in your car all the time too. I mean, you go through the car, I just listen to it. And so Voxer and talk yourself through what you're going through. Because yeah, I've done that too. Plenty of times you can just start talking and blah, blah, and then you figured it out what you needed to do anyway. And even if you don't have a question, you guys, if you don't update us, we honestly think you're doing nothing. The only visible thing we see is when an order comes through. And if you haven't placed an order in a while, I mean, hello. I mean, that's all we physically see. If you're not turning in a weekly accomplishment sheet, then we see nothing. So if you're not communicating with us, we think we're not thinking the worst. We're just saying this person is not ready right now to work a business. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I would say once a day, twice a day is fine. Don't Voxer us for nitpicky, like things you can go, like questions that you can go figure out. That's not what we're talking about. Okay, so once a day I think would probably be plenty. Just a quick little note that you're alive and that you did something Mary Kay that day. Oh my gosh, y'all, that makes our day. Suzanne's there. She thought about the January Jumpstart yesterday and she walked with me her thoughts. I love that. Because that makes I know, so that you guys, that just lets us know, oh, that is way cool. Mary Kay is definitely on Suzanne's mind. This is what made an impression upon her. And then I mean I Voxered you back. We were on it. It's called communication. Okay. So with that in mind, I hope you wrote down a number. Okay, that was a little long. Did that kind of explain though? So you'll, I don't think you could ever Voxer your director too much unless you're Voxing her just for kids and that.
Or even just a tiny little daily check-in, like, hey, I did 2 faces today and I sold $100. Hope you have a great evening. Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, just, I hope that made sense. Like piddly stuff is mean. Like don't ask like questions that you can go find for yourself. But then y'all are big girls. That's not what we're talking about. Just a quick little, this is what's done, this is what I've done, this is what I'm thinking. That would be great.
And don't get it. I'm sorry, Melissa. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it took me a while to get this epiphany. Finally, as you were saying that just now, I think all of us either do or have worked another job. And if we went totally off the radar, our job, we're showing up and sitting at our desk doing what we're supposed to do, but we didn't have any kind of communication or contact whatsoever with our boss for days on end, the boss is going to be coming around looking for us, or we're going to get fired. I mean, we all do that. We either you email, you see them at the water cooler or at the time clock, or they pass by or something. You talk to them, you go ask them a question. Yeah, whatever. We have some form of communication with them, pretty much on a daily basis, unless they're out of the office or we're out of the office. Right. Whatever your work setting is, and if we avoided them for days on end.
Oh, yeah. That goes back to treating Mary Kay professionally.
We're either get fired or at the very least, from personal experience, it makes it uncomfortable to go to work. Yeah. You know, when you're playing that.
Well, that's kind of like what we avoid your director and then you show up at meeting, right?
Why would be there? We almost kind of do that in that other world. Why don't we do it here in this world as well?
Exactly. So yeah. And I was just going to say something that Cavender said. You know, if you do box in and leave a message, you know, for your director or whatever, just say, hey, I just want to know, held 3 parties or a party or a book 10 or whatever, you know, and your director just comes back and just says thumbs up or high five or, you know, score, you know, and they. Oh, my director didn't call me, or my director didn't, you know, write this wrong text, you know, or anything like that, back to you.
It's funny you say that because, like, when I chit chat with Kelly, like, I can know when she's in a busy because if she doesn't respond, blah, blah, you know, if I get a thumbs up, like, show, you know, on Facebook, you can hold down the thumb, or if I get a text from her, if it's not more than 1 word, I know she's not busy. So when she gets in there, I'm like, okay, she acknowledged that I said something to her. And then a couple hours later, I'll get, oh, so sorry I couldn't respond, but that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, right. And I'm like, you know, you just have to learn people's text can put off a different
mood. And that's very observant of you. And that's very good. And lots of us are not observant of the other person because we're worried about what we're doing.
Exactly.
So that's good. Yes.
Thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome.
Burn Kelly.
So if anyone texts Kelly and thought she was just blowing them off. Or she texts you, who is this? I text her, I said, "That's a cute snowflake." She goes, who is this? Thanks, Kelly.
Well, I'm glad you hasn't texted me because I do a thumbs up and then I don't come back later. I'm like, oh, I already responded.
Like when I'm still, and a lot of times I'm not still long enough, okay? And so when I'm still, then I'll go back and reread some of my texts, you know, and then go after that.
But that's a good sign though, like you just said, if I'm not still, if you're not still in your Mary Kay business, you know you're doing something
That's
right.
good, that's good.
You know?
Right.
If
And
you
if
look
I
at
don't send a text back immediately, then means I'm processing. something.
You're holding a party, Kelly.
That's right, and I'm processing, yeah.
Or she'll call you like 3 days later.
Take me a little while to process.
All right, well, we're human too, so I have definitely been known to miss a text or call back, and poor Betty, I didn't call her back till like the next day. And I literally got it at 10 o'clock, I'm like, oh my God, I never called her.
Well, sometimes I think she didn't answer because she's busy. I mean, sometimes I think that, like today, you did call me, and then I wouldn't let you off the phone. I was like, oh, and blah, blah, blah. And then you said, okay, Kelly's here now.
All right, so this last part, we won't spend as much time, but you're gonna check the following wins that you will commit to reaching in January. The first one is I'll earn my January bracelet by placing that $600 wholesale order. I will be on target to be a star by January 31st, and it's 900 wholesale total. Which is where you need to be.
What?
900 wholesale to be on target for star. At
Right.
the end of January, or more. You don't have to stop at 900. And then I will earn a medal, a bronze, silver, or gold medal in January. So you
Ooh,
check
I'm gonna
those.
get the gold.
And you know, it'd be really cool. I don't know about you, because I would be like,
You are gonna
I
get
got
gold
some
because you're
pictures
the
of the gold.
That's what I want.
Oh,
Pictures.
and boxer would be awesome. All right, so on, if you want to flip back over to week 1, let me give you your homework.
What,
We got 3 things to do this week.
Text
we have a
the
couple
tearjerker, watch
announcements?
the tearjerker.
Okay.
Well, and one of the things I'll tell y'all, my girls, if y'all, when you text me for a picture of yours, I'm gonna be looking at your goals and going, is that gonna pay for that room time? Is that gonna pay for our investment workout and some clothing? Girl clothing, workout, okay. And that's what you wanna make sure it matches. All right, number 1, you have 3 things this week. And you know, it's not huge stuff, but it's good stuff, okay? Number 1 homework out of the 3 is, number 1, you're gonna give yourself a makeover this week. Woo-hoo. Give yourself a makeover, and you're either gonna use a charcoal mask that Patty talked about tonight. You gotta mask yourself this week. Or, how many of y'all have actually taken the time to try the Korean mask?
Oh gosh, I tried it for the first time.
Only 3 hands? Who's tried the mask, the Korean? Holy cow! Oh my gosh, okay.
I know.
Oh,
you're talking like.
I almost was
I've
like,
already got it.
Oh my gosh, is y'all skin like wreaking havoc right now from the ears? Like, I'm cold natured, so I'm always like, I have my little face here that goes everywhere with me. And so like my cheeks were getting so dried out, so I was sleeping in the gel mask. In fact, I finally, after I did that for about 5 months in a row, did the Korean mask one night, and then I started eating better and drinking more water, and now my face actually feels back to normal.
I felt guilty because it was so good that I like felt guilty. I thought I was like, oh my gosh, I just spent $500 on this mask. No, I didn't.
No,
It
you
made
did
me
not.
feel like I did.
All right, so your job is to give yourself a facial, but it needs to include a mask.
A makeover. So
You're giving yourself a makeover, either the charcoal mask or use the Korean mask. You need to do that this week for yourself. If you would like to, I'm doing 10 o'clock facials this Saturday right here in our little cute facial room. You are welcome. If you want to pay $2, then come up here and do it with me. You can come do your face up here. Now, we're not giving out Korean masks, but you can bring your own. You can bring your own for that portion, or you can do the charcoal mask, or you can even put the gel mask on and leave it on. I think the gel mask is way better to sleep in, but you could. I would want to leave it on for longer than 10 minutes, but I mean, you could do the gel mask too if you wanted to. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2 is you're gonna read ahead on week 2. And if you flip the pages over and you're gonna answer, there's 4 questions on the first page of week 2. And there's 3 questions on page 2 of week 2. You're gonna go ahead and answer those questions before you get here next week. So week 2 in your workbook, you're gonna do ahead of time. 7 questions. All right, and then number 3.
Oh, both pages.
Yeah, just do week
Okay.
number 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, week number 2. You're gonna answer them. It's just gonna make you think.
Yeah.
Okay, and then number 3 is we want you to up your game for points next week. So what is the one thing that you can tweak this week in order to up your points, your game for next week? Because yes, we're gonna do the point system just like we did tonight. But it's gonna be like fun, upbeat. We're not gonna discuss it. We're just gonna shout them out. You're gonna add up the points. We're gonna find out who the winner is. Okay? So what's one specific, because we all know kind of where we fell short of our points tonight. So.
Find my name tag.
Well, see, I just ordered a new name tag, so.
All right, so those are your 3 things. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so that you are leaving here, you're not just like forgetting about what we talked about tonight, but you're gonna take it, you're gonna put some things in use, you're gonna think over it this week.
They're on the, Melissa put them on the Facebook, yes.
Oh, the points? Yeah, I just typed it in. Okay, perfect.
I should have been.
And somebody wants to type in the homework on the Facebook page and then copy both of those to my Facebook. That would be awesome. All right, then we have a couple announcements here. And then Red Jackets, we forgot to tell you at the beginning, we want to have a powwow with Red Jackets tonight. So if you could stay for 5 minutes after a meeting, that would be amazing. If for some reason you cannot stay for 5 minutes after, you need to get with another Red Jacket to get all the students. Okay. All right. So some quick announcements as PCP is doing.
17.
15.
Oh, we're telling her.
Martin Luther King.
My y'all. Just it's the 15th.
It's
15.
15.
Just say it's the 15th. Get all your orders in by the 15th. If you're waiting those last 2 days, you're waiting too late anyway. The other announcement, we did our homework, Saturday facials, I mentioned that. And then, you didn't put it on here. Saturday facials, okay. Just new consultant training. If you're interested and you need to do new consultant training, I'll be on Facebook Live doing new consultant training this Friday and the next Friday. It's 2 parts. So just check my calendar if you need information on that. Okay. I know ATMers, I don't know if you're plugging in with your local directors or what, but this Friday and then the next Friday. 2 parts. Okay. That's it.
Okay. And then, real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We need to sign our product commercials. I think we're doing that with the Reds.
Right.
Okay.
And then I know some people didn't sign in, and so if you want to run up there and get your ticket and sign in for tonight, and so